Tonight on Film Junkee Live, Superman Legacy characters and cast expands into the DC universe. Who's going to be cast next? Deadpool 3, we got a fight between Wolverine and Deadpool on the beach, and the background, what's happening in the background is interesting. WGA, SAG, everything is going to hell over there in Hollywood right now. We're going to talk about some of the things, some of the latest updates. Some of them are just like, whew. Secret Invasion Episode 4, man, people get shot a lot in this series. All that and much more tonight on Film Junkee Live. He already teased Batmite. Watch.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
We good? There we go. All right, there we go, guys. Sorry, had to redo some things here because I had a weird little interesting thing happen on my computer yesterday. I think there might be a technical ghost in my apartment. Anyways, guys, what's happening? Welcome to Film Junkee Live on your Wednesday. Let's get the humping. All right, guys, appreciate you guys clicking in. It is what? July 12th already? Jeez, 12th. Yeah, it's already July 12th, and yeah, we got lots to talk about. Jeez, in the past couple of days, a lot of things happening in the DC universe, my God. But yeah, there was like a weird thing that happened. I woke up today and my computer was completely off. I wasn't sure what the heck happened. I thought it was dead. It was like plugged in, everything was plugged in, and it was just off. I don't know. So that's why like settings were reset. So just all crazy stuff right there. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to the chat here. Oh yeah, I gotta reset that too. So hold on. See, still cleaning up some of the technical difficulties right there. But hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm also kind of like over the weekend, Miss Nighthawk and I fighting some kind of bug that was trying to get us. So my voice sounds a little like deeper than usual. It's because I got like a little scratchiness that's happening in there. So, but I got the medicine. Cheers. No bourbon. Yeah. So got the bourbon going on at least. So, anyways, okay. Let's get all this going. Get the chat going. Let me adjust that. Sorry about that. Chat is the best. All right, who's out there? Let me go ahead and adjust that. All right, we're good. All right, we got Mr. Lawrence. What's happening, sir? Man, still doing that thing. What's up? James Gunn is cooking more than ever before. Nothing can stop James Gunn. That's what it's looking like right now, for sure. So, okay, turn that off. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that off too. All right, Patrick, why so serious? I rewatched Smallville, Supernatural, you love Nat Fillion. Okay, Nat Fillion's good. What's going on, RJ? Good to see you. We got Miss Nighthawk right here too. Good to see you, gorgeous. Darkness, Under the Wind. Good to see you. Bill Hader TV. Oh yeah, I should get Bill Hader in there too. Fillion, the classic Hal Jordan voice actor as Guy Gardner, is certainly a choice. Better choice, in my opinion. Mophead or not, or no, gotta respect Gunn for going there. Question is, will Fillion do the Aussie accent? That is the question. I wonder if Gunn will actually, like, answer that one. Jesus, this stupid thing. It's glitching. It's glitching. All right, Mr. Nobody. Can Friday come any sooner? I know, right? And a reminder, too, this Friday there's not going to be a Film Junkie, or not a Film Junkie Live, a vodka stream. Not going to be a vodka stream this Friday because I am going out of town. I am going out of town and leaving Friday morning, so won't be doing that. So I know we'll miss you, but it's going to be okay. Stephanie T is here. Good to see you, as always. Cortez, Nick Fillion, Nathan, I want to say Nick Fillion, I don't know why. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. We're living in some strange times. Okay, and again, if you want to say strange times, I mean, we needed a fresh one, right? Hi, mine does. Yeah, see, we're both kind of like, yeesh, we're kind of just doing that. And obviously we were worried because we were going out of town this weekend, but we're doing okay. We're healthy people. But yeah, we both like zonked out on the couch after we celebrated a breakfast birthday with her neighbor. And we both just zonked out on the couch because, yeah, something was trying to get us. So, and we got Mama Film Junkie right here. Hi, Mom. Of course, Mama Film Junkie is going to be part of the going out of town thing that's happening this weekend. So I'll be spending time with her, too. Looking forward to it. What's going on? What's up? Pretty underwhelming castings, not going to lie. What? You are underwhelmed? Nah, Axel, I would have never guessed. I would have never guessed that. All right, we got Mr. Venom right here. How are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Venom Wire. We got Mr. Venom and Venom Wire all right here. Wait, since when is Guy Aussie? I think there's been times where he has been, right? And some of the voice stuff. So, and then we got Jedi Milf. Good to see you. Good to see you. I understand. Patreon soon. I'll let my people get in contact with your people there, Eric, because I know you have to. Yeah, you need like a 2-week advance. So we'll see. XO Wave. Good to see you, buddy. All right, we got MSGT. We got Alex Lopez right here. Good to see you, New York. All right, would love to go. I've been to New York once in my life, and would love to go back. Would love to go back. Yes, thank you. Shirt's pretty cool. Sure, it's pretty cool. Got it from Miss Nighthawk's parents, actually, for Christmas. So, love the shirt. Love the shirt. Anyways, guys, appreciate you guys clicking in. We got lots to talk about. Hopefully, I'm not too bright. It looks like I'm too bright on my monitor. Am I too bright? think it's going to be okay. I think it's just my monitors. They're acting a little too bright. So, hey, we got Tet here too. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. But yeah, man, there was like a part of me was thinking about even doing a live stream yesterday with all the stuff that came about. I was like, geez. I was like, what is happening right there? I'm like, all of a sudden they just announce all the casting and stuff. But yeah, we'll talk about all that. We'll talk about that. We got some more Deadpool stuff. We got the SAG and the WGA. The strikes that are happening. Is it saturated? Okay. Hold on. Am I, let's see here. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, I gotta, hold on, sorry. Let me make sure that this is, yep, I think that's just the way it's gonna be. Yeah, it seemed like I'm a little too bright, but oh well, we'll see what happens. We'll just roll with it right now. Anyways, all right, let's go to the tweets. All right, I know I said on Monday I just like handpicked the tweets, but this time we're just gonna roll through the tweets. We're going to start off with something pretty sweet. We're going to start off with something sweet right here because everybody was wondering, you know, obviously when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine and everything, like, is he going to wear the mask? And we got this right here, man. Things are just glitching right now. I think I got to check my computer, but we got Mr. Aaron Bailey right here added the Wolverine. He added the Wolverine. You know, obviously you guys have probably seen a bunch of other people that were doing this as well. That were putting the mask on Hugh Jackman right there. And then he took the sleeves off too. Good on him for taking the sleeves off, because I saw somebody else take the sleeves off, but they didn't really add like the muscle or the skin texture. It was just kind of like they just made it flesh colored. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And we got some cool little art right there. Cool little art. Hey, we got Mr. Cary Elwes right here, who was just recently in Mission Impossible. Forgot he was in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, but he has some good things to talk about when it comes to being in Rebel Moon and talking about Zack Snyder.
I'd love to know, too, you know, you have Rebel Moon coming up. Is there anything you can tease about who you play on that movie?
Can't tell you anything, I'm afraid, but I'm so excited to be working with Zack Snyder. He's a wonderful director, and it's a great cast. It's a wonderful, epic sci-fi movie. It'll be out in Christmas.
There you go. Loves working with him. Seems like everybody does, right? And then everybody rejoice. Guys, rejoice. Raise your glasses. Do whatever. Because James Cameron, well, I guess talking to Forbes, and, you know, the Forbes article, I don't want to go to it because it's just talking about, you know, I think it's talking about selling his house and whatever the hell. But according to that article and according to that interview, he basically is saying that Alita Battle Angel, the sequel, is in fact in the works. So yay! Everybody cheer. Everybody cheer for that, because we were all like wondering if we were going to get that thing right there. So yay. Raise your drinks for that, because apparently it's happening. I'm just saying, I mean, obviously nothing's been officially announced. But I'm just, if James Cameron says it's happening, I'm guessing that it's actually going to be happening. So I don't know when there's going to be an actual official announcement. Kind of makes you wonder, though. Remember, there was that whole like article or rumor or something like that. Remember, like a little while back, they said that the only way that there would be an Alita sequel is if James Cameron himself directed it, and that ain't gonna happen because he's gonna be making 17 more Avatar movies. They don't have time. But I would say that, I guess, if they put his name on it, slap his name on it a little bit, I'm just wondering, just get Robert Rodriguez back. He did a great job with the first one, right? You know, I saw the first one probably about 4 times or something like that. I don't know. It's just a really good movie. So I really enjoyed it. So yeah, insert the hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah, it says multiple. Yeah, it says multiple sequels apparently too. So not just one, but hopefully multiple. And maybe some spin-offs. Expand the world. Why not? That would be pretty sweet. All right. And then this is funny right here. Robert Downey Jr. says he was 100% concerned that being in the MCU for a decade would affect his acting skills while filming Oppenheimer. What? Kevin Feige's like, come on, man. Seriously? It is kind of funny how this is happening now. Where, you know, the MCU was at the top. It was at the very top. Now it's just struggling. And now you had your main guy kind of throw a little shade. Not really that much shade, but he was just, let's face it, when you're an actor and you were like, you know, this big blockbuster actor, you were part of this big, huge world. You were the biggest name of this big, huge world. And then all of a sudden you're done with that. And now you want to make some serious good movies, drama, you don't want to be part of that world anymore, you jump into a movie about a nuclear bomb and the guy who created it, and it's Christopher Nolan. And naturally, yes, I don't blame that. I don't blame that Robert Downey Jr. felt like this. Like, hey, you know, you got to get those, make sure you got those acting chops there. You know, you're not just being quippy. Obviously, Tony Stark, if you see Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., you know, similar personalities. Sarcastic, quick-witted, all that. But I think he'll do just fine, but it's just kind of funny. I know, he was sort of playing himself. Yeah, you're right. That's what I was getting at, Stephanie. I was like, he's kind of just playing himself. So now it's like, oh, you have to like reach in, and now you have to actually play a dramatic, well, real-life person. So, but I'm sure he does just fine. But it's just kind of funny right there. It's like, oh, man, I think the MCU screwed up my acting chops. Damn it. Anyways, okay, keep on going. So this is going to be a shit sandwich right here. I forgot that this was happening, but I haven't really played the game, but Borderlands, the film, is in trouble. That's right. I forgot that Eli Roth was going to be directing this movie, and I forgot that it had a star-studded cast that has Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Jamie Lee Curtis. But apparently it is not doing good, and here's the bullet points right here, brought to you by Culture Crave. Says writer Craig Mazin has removed his name from the project. 10 writers have now worked on the script, including Sam Levinson. Reshoots without director Eli Roth happened earlier this year. Never a good sign when the director is not part of the reshoots. We're looking at you, Aquaman 2. Anyways, and yes, the film stars those actors right there. Holy crap. So, it's not looking good. I forgot that they posted this image right here of the characters, but yeah, if you got that many different writers, you have a director that's not part of the reshoots, yeah, this movie is, it's just going to be another one of those. Some things just don't translate, I guess, or, you know, they could translate if they actually let the filmmaker filmmake. That could be that kind of situation. If Eli Roth decided he wasn't going to be part of the reshoots because he pushed back against them, then it's just that story again of the suits upstairs trying to control what's happening with the movie, because obviously there's millions and millions of dollars invested into it, and they just don't let the chef cook. They want to make sure that it's got like, oh yeah, it's got to have this, got to have that, can't be too edgy. I mean, Eli Roth is directing this. I mean, he does horror. He's all kind. I mean, I don't even get what the heck's even happening right here, but this thing's gonna be it's just a complete mess right there. Complete mess. Hey, Mr. Darren, laugh now, cry later. Thank you for becoming a member. Good to see you. Good to see you. Look at that. That'll make you break out in a seizure right there. But it's such a cool shot of the Flash doing that, jumping around. We had a new Ahsoka trailer came out, and a new poster right there. There's going to be 2 episodes that premiere on August 23rd, so that's going to be cool. Hey guys, according to Mr. Scooper, Daniel RPK, Timothy Chalamet, you know, who was in the first 2 Dune movies, guess what? He's going to be in the 3rd one. Scoop exclusivo. That's hilarious. I don't mind Daniel RPK, even though I've lost respect for Daniel RPK. I used to say that when it came to all the scoopers, I probably trusted him the most. But the fact that he is part of the whole Fandom Wire and pushes the Fandom Wire articles, I had to unfollow him because Fandom Wire, I mean, you look at all the Fandom Wire articles, so much clickbait, just so much clickbait. Sadly, I see it on my Google feed all the time. It's just like what they do. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, all right. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Jose? Yeah, so the solo Superman is stacked, huh? Yeah. Something tells me you're not happy about it because you called it the solo Superman movie, which we're going to talk about that too. Because everybody kind of complaining about that. We'll see what happens. Anyways, we got this new Godzilla trailer. That's for it's not the American Godzilla, that's for sure. It's a different kind of Godzilla. Looks intense. Looks pretty cool. I like it. Okay, we'll talk more about all that stuff, of course. Hey, look at that. Here's me as an Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompa. Doopity doo. I've got some more bourbon for you. We got some more art right here for Batfleck and the bike. Yeah, that costume looks really good right there. The bike looks pretty futuristic, too. That's pretty sweet. Okay. Hey, we got Tom Cruise showing up. And Mr. Christopher McQuarrie showing up at one of the screenings for Mission Impossible, so that's pretty cool. We got some Rebel Moon costumes, pretty sweet as well. And then we also have Mission Impossible on those early screenings, $7 million. I think Mission Impossible is going to be, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Oh, Bob Iger's not going anywhere. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, Bob Iger not going anywhere. Disney extended his contract, his CEO contract, through 2026. So anybody that was thinking that Bob Iger was going to leave, well, yeah, not happening. It's not happening. Just not happening. He's not leaving anytime soon, so yeah, we'll see what happens with all that. It's all very interesting, but anyways. Christopher Nolan on Barbie. What is it? Barbenheimer? I almost said Barbieheimer. Barbenheimer, because that's what everybody's calling. Not this weekend, but what? Next weekend? 2 weekends? When is it coming out? Yeah, next weekend. Barbenheimer. Somebody asked him about it. I remember seeing like a quote where he said he was disappointed that Warner Brothers released it the same weekend as his movie, but I thought I saw something with that. But according to this new interview, he said, I think for those of us who care about movies, we've been really waiting to have a crowded marketplace again. And now it's here. That's terrific. So he thinks it's terrific. Why not? It should be. Hopefully. It seems like pre-sales for the ticket. I mean, it's going to be an interesting weekend, especially with everything that's been happening with like some big other blockbusters that came out. We had some ones that were successful. We have horror movies that are successful. That's happening at the box office. Now we got these two big, complete opposite movies from each other. I mean, you have one about Barbie that's got a star-studded cast. You got one about a nuclear bomb biopic that is dark and apparently has it has a pretty weird. Okay, we're not going to talk. We'll talk about that when we get to like the reviews of all this kind of stuff. But apparently, I don't know. I just read some early reactions when it came to the sex scene that's in Oppenheimer. Apparently, it's detailed. Anyways, so it's just going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this weekend, and I'm sure they're both going to do good. I'm going to see both of them. I'm going to see both. Here's me walking into an audition for Batman. That's right. That's exactly what I'd walk. Yeah, this is a trippy. I saw this on my feed, and I went, what the hell? Someone made a muscle skin suit. That's pretty hilarious. I'm just saying. I thought it was funny. It was funny. It's totally funny. So I just thought that was hilarious, and I was like, "Yep, that's what you wear. That's what you wear at if you're trying to go get Batman, right? That's what you wear." All right, how's everybody doing? We doing good out there? Yeah. Sorry if I don't know if it's like acting a little glitchy today. It's not acting glitchy on your guys' end, is it? I think my computer is just something's going on with it. Iger needed 3 more years to try to fix everything and get a better successor. Yeah, that could be it. My Barbie screening is almost sold out. Yeah, it's gonna make a lot of movie, a lot of money. We got Russ right here who still can't find the caps lock on his computer because Jesus, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but he can't hear. Hey Dave, posted a membership chat above. Okay. Cool, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Margot and Ryan, not really box office pulls though, but still interested and see what happens. They're not really box office pulls. All right, that's interesting. Of course there's a fly in here. All right, here we go. Let's see, let's talk about it. All right, Superman Legacy. Oh boy. Man, okay, so obviously we got some recent castings when it comes to this. Actually, you know what? Before we start, I wanted to talk about two things when it comes to when it comes to things that happened this week. So before we started on Superman Legacy, I almost forgot about this. We had a couple of trailers that came out. Or not a couple of trailers. We had 3 trailers that came out this week, which is pretty cool. We had the Wonka trailer, Napoleon, and then, of course, Blue Beetle. And then, of course, there was the Ahsoka one, too. But I'm just talking about strictly movie trailers, which I thought, okay, Napoleon, it's Joaquin Phoenix, Ridley Scott. I mean, obviously, I'm going to see it. It's a Apple original, I guess you could say. And then, of course, the Wonka trailer came out. I mean, I did, like, some short reactions. I don't know if you guys saw that on the channel. But I thought, like, the Wonka one was, like, just kind of, okay, whatever. I'll check it out, sure, when it comes to that. I mean, yeah, Timothy Chalamet sounds like he's doing almost like an Ace Ventura type impression for a little bit there. I don't know, like Jim Carrey-esque. But I'm intrigued. I'll go watch it, but it didn't make me excited. It didn't push me away, so it's basically like that. And then, of course, we had the Blue Beetle trailer. And one of the things, like when it comes to that, and even when it comes to a shot in that trailer, specific shot talking about the DC universe, this shot right here got everybody's attention because obviously it's loaded absolutely with Easter eggs when it comes to the DC universe. Obviously, we know Cord was going to be there. Cord Industries was going to be there because that's very much part of the Blue Beetle world. But of course, you got LexCorp right there. You got Ace Chemicals right there as well. And I'm just kind of wondering what else could you find in here that might be in relation to the DC universe. But I thought that was a pretty cool shot. And according to somebody who was in the know about one of the first test screenings, those graphics were not there when it came to that first screening, so they were just recently added. So, and James Gunn has said, he's expressed that very much that Jaime is going to be part of the DCU. So technically, I guess you could say this is the first new like DCU movie, even though Superman Legacy is technically the first of the slate. But, I mean, at least there's, like, those Easter eggs right there. And I still remember that infographic from a long time ago, before BVS came out. Remember that infographic that came out that showed all the different, Cord Industries, Queen, it showed LexCorp and, Wayne Enterprises. So it showed all of them, like, and showed which one was, like, the most successful one. It was a cool little infographic expanding the universe. Of course, there wasn't a shot like that, even though we've seen the Ace Chemicals shot in I think BVS, right? Yeah, we've seen that. Or was it Justice League? I'm like totally blanking out right now. But yeah, I'm just kind of wondering what else could be like hidden in there. What else could be hidden in there? So, but hey, we'll see. But yeah, like I said, when it comes to the Blue Beetle trailer, I think the thing that's gonna make people go, oh, you should see this is that family dynamic. The Reyes family dynamic. I think that's what's going to pull people in, the heart of that. Other than that, most likely just going to be generic, nothing special, nothing interesting. Like I said, when it comes to that Conrad Carapax, whatever, the fights that you see just reminding me of Iron Man 1. They're in the street. Just remind me of the first Iron Man final act a little bit. And that looked like it was actually going to be the final act of that, so... But anyways, I wanted to show you guys that, and then I wanted to show you guys this, because do y'all remember? I mean, we mustn't forget about Pierson Fode. Remember Pierson Fode? Yeah, the dude who went above and beyond when it came to trying to get the Superman Legacy lead role. He did a whole video, stunt crew, visual effects, everything to try to impress, which was impressive. And I liked the fact that he was being aggressive like that. Well, somebody sent me this right here that was, I guess, posted on Instagram. I don't know. Is he trying to go for Batman now? Studies show 98% of men actually believe they're Batman. I can attest to this. I absolutely do think I'm Batman. Well, I've been kind of Batman before, I guess you could say. But because I am, obviously. So I would not be surprised if Mr. Pierson Fode is now trying to go for the DCU Batman now. I can maybe see it, but I think he's just a little too young. Probably a little too young. Seems like there needs to be a little more grizzled, a little more rugged Batman. I don't know if he's actually could pull that off. I don't know. But somebody sent that to me that he posted that. No, but not really anybody was talking about that, but it was just kind of funny. It's like, hey, you know what? Why not? You didn't get the Superman role? Try for Batman. Why not? Nothing wrong with that, right? So maybe he'll actually do another little video, next year or the year after, whenever the hell they decide to start casting for the DCU Batman. Maybe they'll Maybe he'll do like a warehouse type of video and show his moves or whatever. So, but hey, I like the heart. It's cool. Anyways, okay. All right, let's talk about this Superman Legacy casting. All right, this is pretty crazy. Pretty freaking crazy. So, the Superman Legacy world extends into the DC universe. It extends. I mean, I don't think anybody was really... I think a lot of us were expecting to hear who Lex Luthor was going to be. Maybe Perry White, Jimmy Olsen. We all figure that these were going to be the next castings when it came to Superman Legacy. But no. This is a James Gunn joint. So here we go. We got Superman Legacy adds Isabella Merced, Eddie Gathaji. If I'm probably saying his name wrong, you guys know how I am. And then of course Nick Fillion. And there they are right there. The three of them were cast, of course. And then, of course, we have her. She's playing Hawk Girl. And then Eddie's going to be playing Mr. Terrific. And Nathan Fillion will betray Green Lantern, of course, the Guy Gardner Green Lantern. So that's pretty crazy right there. All three of them. Look at that. And then, of course, James Gunn even said, like, hey, why not? Why can't I get my friend to play Green Lantern? Which, of course, Nathan Fillion has voiced Hal Jordan Green Lantern in the DCAU. So he's already been kind of like a Green Lantern. But James Gunn did joke about saying that, yeah, why not put that bowl haircut that he has right there? That's the next question. It's like, will he be rocking that kind of hair? Can we see that? Or is that going to happen? Hopefully. Why not? Make it legit. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to be wearing that big leather jacket, right? Got to be wearing. But we got two guys with leather jackets right there. And that's pretty, at least we got that. And then, of course, the question is, too, I mean, I know I saw people on the timeline asking, well, which Hawk Girl is she going to be playing? Is she going to be playing the Shiera, if I'm saying the name wrong, or the Kendra version? I don't know. But, so there's that. She's, and Isabella? Yeah. She's fairly young, so that's pretty interesting. She's like early 20s. So, and then we're finally getting a Hawk Girl, so that's pretty cool. We got Hawk Man in Black Adam, of course. And then, of course, Mr. Eddie right here, he posted on his Instagram. Right here, Beyond Grateful, a master storyteller, has invited me to contribute to his iconic property and this artistic conversation. Humbled to join the DC family. Thank you, James Gunn, Peter Safran, and Chantel Nong. Up, and away. So he posted that right there. How are we feeling about these? How are we feeling about the castings? Jake, I know a lot of people want Jack Quaid. Guy Gardner, Jon Stewart, keep getting laid. I think they're saving. You got to realize they're saving him. They're saving Jon Stewart. So Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan are going to be saved for the Lanterns show. That's what's going to be happening. I mean, we got to realize when it comes to this stuff, got to realize, because obviously, it's kind of funny. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about when it came to all this. And of course, there was one more casting that happened today, which we'll talk about. But one of the things I wanted to talk about when it came to this casting, because a lot of people were like, wait a minute, it's supposed to be a Superman solo film, right? It's supposed to be a Superman solo film. What the hell? This is not a Superman solo film. It's like, we got all these characters that are going to be crammed in there. It's going to be convoluted. It's going to be too much and whatever the hell. And I'm like, well, we wanted something new, right? We wanted something new. And everybody was going, we need something new. We need something fresh, something different when it comes to Superman. Well, here it is. This is it. We already have an established Superman. Being the first Superman, this newer Superman, he's already established, not going to be an origin story, and it's going to be in a world where other heroes exist. Like it actually exists. We've never seen that, okay? But then it's funny because people are like, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a solo Superman film. Well, you got them. We have those. We have those. So now, this time around, it's like, okay, we have a Superman story 100%, but it's going to have other random little characters that might be in there. I'm wondering what the context is that they're in the movie. How long are they in the movie? Is it one scene? Is it a cameo? What's happening when it comes to all that? I don't know. See, to me, I've also seen the whole thing when it comes to either people were saying like, wow, yeah, people hated it when Zack Snyder did it, or it's the other way around. Like, again, it goes both ways because fandom will fandom. I'm thinking like when it came to even like BVS, it's like, all right, let's do a Super Man of Steel sequel. So we're going to do Batman this time, and it could have just been Batman. It's like, no, add Wonder Woman. She'll have a pivotal role in there. She'll be more of like, not part of the main plot, but she'll be there. And then, of course, we'll introduce the other Justice League characters, quickly, which, of course, she's a part of, which is great. So then I'm kind of going like, all right, I think, again, when it comes to that whole argument, I'm going, again, Zack Snyder ahead of his time. Just ahead of his time. It could have just been a story about Batman and Superman and a couple of villains, and that's it. But no, it was like, all right, let's expand the world a little bit, and he did that. So now, when it comes right out of the gate, and let's face it, it just needs to happen, James Gunn needs to start establishing his universe. Let's face it, he needs to establish his universe to honestly, and just show that I was thinking about, look at like The Boys. Imagine if The Boys was into like the DC universe where there's a bunch of heroes out there somewhere, and I don't know how far they'll like take it. I don't know if it would be just like The Boys, but I wouldn't be surprised if it just has, maybe it'll have like kind of like a feel of kind of something like that, where it's just like, yeah, there's heroes. And we don't know how, obviously we know that Superman's going to be pretty well established, and he's still trying to find his place. But I kind of like the fact that I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, extend it. Yeah, put those other characters. We haven't seen something like this. It's like, to be honest, I like this idea of having these other characters already in the world as opposed to just having just a solo, which it still is. And James Gunn made that very clear, because a lot of people were saying like that, no, it's not going to be, it's now just, it's going to be a bunch of crossovers, but he keeps on telling people, he's like, somebody said, I thought this was a movie about Superman. He says, Superman is a man of two worlds, Clark with Lois, Jimmy, and Perry, and Superman with his meta-human compatriots. How could I tell a full story about Clark's Superman without including all areas of his life? Good points. Good point. Again, something different from what we've seen. That's the way I'm looking at it. And he said some other things too. He posted this right here. I've never used one movie to set up another movie. The characters are there because they help to tell Superman's story better, not so we can set up separate projects in the franchise. Superman and Lois are the very clear protagonists. Okay. But you're setting it up a little bit there, James, okay? I mean, you're setting up some other things a little bit. It's okay to admit that you're doing that. Nothing wrong with that. But, you're setting some things up. And then somebody asked this too, because when it came to Nathan Fillion, so excited, James, this is going to be the greatest Superman movie, but what about Nathan's character in The Suicide Squad? Is, supposed to be alive? Are you are rebooting the part? How does it fit? How does it fit with everything? I cannot understand. Can you explain it? I'm confused. Thanks for everything, boss. DC fans are with you. And then James Gunn said, DC Studios movies and canon start with Legacy. So I guess the Suicide Squad isn't canon anymore. It's weird. We're all kind of wondering. I don't know. Everything's all very strange. You even had Peter Safran in, I don't know, there was another article with him being interviewed that said they're trying their very best not to confuse people. I mean, let's face it, a lot of us are already confused as it is. Just like, is it a reboot? Is it not? What is happening? And you better believe that things are kind of changing behind the scenes after The Flash went kapooey. So, yeah, it is kind of like strange and all kind of up in the air and whatever the hell. And then, it's all very interesting. But like I said, the reason why I'm intrigued and I'm rubbing my chin and kind of going like, all right, this is interesting. It's like, okay, James Gunn, he's adding these characters, and he's adding random characters. Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, and then Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. It's like, what's the context of that? What is the context of that? And then today, he's adding yet another character. Another character that a lot of people were probably like, who? I'm sure a lot of people did that. Because I even had to be like, wait, who is this guy? And, but yeah, we got Mr. We got Zsasz, who he played Victor Zsasz in Gotham. But yeah, we got Mr. Anthony Carrigan is now playing Metamorpho. That's right. He's playing Mr. Rex Mason. So, and another hero that you would not expect to see in a Superman movie. And I'm like, all right, interesting. That's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. Why not? Nothing wrong with that. And he could change into all kinds of things. If you want to briefly hear his origin in ancient Egypt during the reign of Pharaoh Ramses II, the priest, obviously you could look this up. It says later Rex Mason, a soldier for hire, was contracted by Simon Stagg, who I think was in Wonder Woman 84, right? To find the orb of Ra. When he found it, his cohort, Java, stole it and left Rex in the light of an ancient meteor. The meteor transformed Mason into Metamorpho, the element man. So that's just a little quick definition right there, just in case you didn't know who the character actually was. But again, I'm just kind of going all right, you go, James, you go. Like I said, he already teased Batmite in Peacemaker, so I'm just kind of going all right, so we already got these random established heroes, kind of making you go all right, there's a lot of heroes already established in this world. I have no qualms with that. No qualms. And we'll just, and when it comes to the balance, that's what it's all about. It's all about the balance. Going back to BVS. Again, that could have just been a direct sequel to Man of Steel, or it could have just been a Batman and Superman movie, and that's it. But no, they were all right, let's start expanding the world, and Zach and Chris Terrio did a great job of balancing the heroes out. So when you watch that, it just all flows really nicely. And I'm hoping that's going to be the case, of course, when it comes to Superman Legacy. And remember, we got the Authority in there as well. So yeah, there's a lot in here. But I like the fact what he said. It's you're going to be balancing Clark Kent and Superman. You got to have Superman's world, which he knows about all these other heroes and he works with them. And then, of course, you have the Clark Kent world. So that's going to be interesting to see if he can. It just almost sounds like this movie's going to be 4 hours long, which, hey, if you could pull it off like Zack Snyder's Justice League, why not? You really hope that Gunn won't go full Gunn. Well, he said he wasn't going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy, so real DC fans, what's your thoughts on the additional characters? Does it feel rushed, or since it's not Zack, it's genius? Yeah. I know some people are saying that, obviously, when it came to Zack. Well, and then, again, it's all reversed now. Now, Snyder fans are saying, what the hell? This is rushed. What are you doing? We want a Superman solo film. So it's all reversed. Pretty much, it does feel like we're back in 2014, 2015 sometimes. When I look at the reactions to all this, I still feel I'm okay. I feel like we're back then, and now it's just the different people are saying the different things. I don't know. We're all biased. That's what it is. We're all biased. And then I saw another thing, too, because remember, there was the Green Lantern show that came out when it came to Finn Wittrock. Remember, he got cast as Guy Gardner. Remember, he got cast for that series. And then, obviously, that series is not happening anymore. But I kept telling you guys, I kept saying it over and over again, months before James Gunn took over the role of co-CEO of DC Studios. I kept saying that series is not going anywhere. That was the Jeff Johns series too, by the way. And it's just kind of funny when I see fans go, "Oh my God, he got the Henry Cavill treatment. James Gunn fired him too." It's no, that shit was dead in the water way before. I kept on talking about that because I kept hearing that. I'm yeah, there's no way that Green Lantern series isn't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And then it's kind of funny too because I'm hey, pick who you want to be upset with, because that was Jeff Johns' show. So now you're backing up Jeff Johns because you hate James Gunn? What do you want? I don't get it. I don't understand sometimes when it comes to all this. I'm remember what Jeff Johns did? I'm just saying, that was Jeff Johns' show, so you gotta love it, right, fans? But I was funny because I could see Nathan Fillion play a Guy Gardner Green Lantern. I didn't really see Finn Wittrock. I didn't really see that, but then I was intrigued by it. I was intrigued by that casting, so. I don't know what's worse, console wars or DC. I know, right? DC fan are the problem at DC. I know. It's like, what do you want? What do we want here? I think they're pointing out the hypocrisy from real DC fans for the years, but hey, I don't know. There's hypocrisy everywhere. There's hypocrisy everywhere when it comes to all this. Why the hell are people pretending to... I know. Well, they're pretending to care about Finn Wittrock because they hate James Gunn. It's just pure hypocrisy. That's all. It's just pure hypocrisy. It's terrible, but what could he do? But there you go. That was all that. Oh, yeah, but then there was one other thing, too. I'm not going to bring it up, but Miss, I mean, obviously we know... So we got Miss Grace. Apparently she's already got the deets on the plot and the story of Superman Legacy, apparently. And I don't know how she got this information. I mean, I'm not gonna hold it to her. Like, I just don't see. But it basically is saying that Superman Legacy, something that happens in the Middle East, and then there's Lex Luthor, there's the Authority, and essentially making it sound like some of the plot beats in Black Adam. And I saw a lot of people just going like, oh, great, they're just doing Black Adam. This is going to be terrible. It sounds like Black Adam, sounds like Black Adam. Everybody who wants to be doom and gloom. And I'm just kind of going like, I don't think that James Gunn, after seeing and not even promoting, remember, he didn't promote Black Adam. Even though his wife was in Black Adam, he did not promote Black Adam. I don't think he wants to do any kind of rehash or try to do something similar to Black Adam. In my eyes, I'm just kind of going like, I hope not. If he does, then I'll be like, wow, you're an idiot. You shouldn't have done that. But in my eyes, it doesn't sound like he's trying to do something similar to that. But I saw a lot of people just making the correlation to the Black Adam story from seeing what Grace posted. And I'm kind of going, that just doesn't sound right. That doesn't, remember, she said that George Clooney was going to be the DCU Batman. So take it with a big, huge grain of salt about those story points when it comes to this. I'm just like, no, I don't think so. But I'm just surprised because obviously, when it comes to the SAG about to go on strike, we haven't got the Lex Luthor yet or any more. I mean, obviously they're trying to fit in all the casting before midnight tonight, I guess you could say. And not sure if we're going to get that before then, but maybe we will. Something might happen during this right now, so... Let's stop with the real. Yeah, I know. I hate the real and fake DC. I know. You're right, Stephanie. I hate the real DC fans, or the hate one. I always hate that stuff. Because it's like, no. Anybody who's a fan of DC, whether it was now or back then, you're a real DC fan. Okay? You might not like everybody, every cook in the kitchen that does it. Just like when you go to a comic book shop. Maybe you'll see like one of the writers or illustrators. You're like, I don't really like them, so I'm not gonna buy that book. It could be something like that. So, what are my thoughts on Nathan Fillion wanting to work with Joss Whedon again? Well, that was a long time ago. I don't really care about that. So, yeah, I mean, he said that a while ago. See, I know, and again, people were bringing that up too. Naturally, people were bringing that up because of the whole, he defended and said he would work with Joss Whedon again because he worked with him before many times. So then, of course, naturally, people are bringing that up, and it's just like, good God. Good God, man. Good God. Makes me drink more. All right, let's move on to the next subject. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you did. Sure he regrets it, though. Sure he regrets it. Deadpool 3. Oh boy, so much Deadpool 3 goodness. Nothing really spoiler-esque when it comes to these set images. I mean, obviously, again, they knew they were going to be shooting outside on this beach, so they were going, okay, we might as well get the official image out there because everybody, it's going to leak. There's going to be people that are going to find this and, they're going to do something. So, and it's fine. Long as there's not like too much stuff, but it's pretty awesome. I mean, look at that. That's a mood right there. Look at that. Hugh Jackman walking around with some sunglasses on, and then of course doing some stretches. I think I pulled my hamstring. Shit. But yeah, there's definitely like a little fight thing going on. We got Ryan Reynolds right there. He's probably going like, God damn it, the paparazzi. But this is the big thing right there. Dun 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 dun. Brrrrum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. Man. So we got the 20th Century Fox logo. So that's what's so intriguing about the set photos right here. It's like, oh my God, is there going to be fighting? Is there going to be like, is this like going to be, I don't know what's going to be happening with this, but the fact that that is there right there, that is so cool. I'm going, all right, what is happening in this scene where they have that in the background? Crazy. Crazy. And we got some video right there. You know what I think? This is interesting because this is like Ryan Reynolds. I think there's going to be some meta. There's going to be some meta things happening right here. That's what I'm thinking. There's going to be something meta going on. Going to be something meta going on. But yeah, they're doing some fighting right there. There's definitely some meta things going on right here for sure. If we're seeing Ryan Reynolds as Ryan Reynolds, there's going to be some meta shit happening. That's what we're kind of wondering too. But I mean, look at that. We got the Wolvie pose right there in the costume. So that's pretty sweet. This is a cool shot right there of them too. I like it. Yeah. And there, Hugh Jackman, he took that picture. He posted that. He hasn't really posted anything else about the stuff. But then, I mean, we're going to get a fight between these two. So that's going to be fun. We got the claws out right there. It's going to be interesting. So yeah, there you go. Something meta is happening in there. Something definitely. I think it's going to be something about filming the movie or something like that. It's got to be, right? If we're seeing shots, if they're filming things where Ryan Reynolds is just Ryan Reynolds, it's sounding like, yeah, there's going to be something very meta that's happening. And then Deadpool kind of, I don't know. This movie's going to be batshit crazy. It's going to make fun of the whole multiverse concept, which I think is great. But yeah, it's just, I'm just really looking forward to seeing the first trailer is going to be magical for sure. But yeah, there's definitely something meta going on right there. And something that maybe ties to Loki as well. Because yeah, talking about different variants and everything, the TVA, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I didn't know this movie was set on Jose. That scene looks like it's at a beach. People are speculating that it's similar looking to season 1 where he encountered all the Loki variants. Yeah, the costume looks like sheet. Must be inspired by... Wow, look at Joey and Jose going back and forth. Deadpool 3 has the potential to make $2 billion. Ooh, going hard. Going hard at it, so... I actually like Wolverine's suit. Yeah, I like it too. Yo, imagine this is the opening scene. I think it might be the opening scene. ACS, or Anthony. I think that might be the opening scene. We'll see. We'll see, but yeah, Ryan Reynolds is always Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, but like I said, it's like it showed actually Ryan Reynolds' face, not Wade's face. So I'm like, all right, they're filming the movie? I don't know. Steven has a good theory that he hopes that Deadpool is just trying to make Hugh Jackman be Wolverine or something like that, which I thought was pretty funny. WGA and the SAG. That's right. Oh, man. Strikes galore. Did you guys see? Oh, man. Something came out yesterday when it came to somebody in the industry talking about the WGA strikes and how they're approaching it. And it was like I had a lot of people go, oh, my God, that is like evil. That's pure evil. What the hell's going on? And this is what was said right here. According to, what is it? They told Deadline. Some studio exec said this right here. The end game is to allow things to drag on until union members start losing their apartments and losing their houses. What? Jeez. Evil. Evil. But if you didn't think that this wasn't going to be the case, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I was one of the things I was kind of going like, wait, so they're going to strike? And I'm like, oh, these people are going to, I mean, are they really going to? But then somebody did a follow-up that said like, well, no, they still need it's all just a big shit show that's happening when it comes to the WGA. You know, the DGA, they work the shit out. They're fine. But then, of course, you got the SAG. By midnight tonight, it probably could be, you know, a whole big heaping mess of everything right there. But when this studio exec actually said that, I was like, well, yeah, they do have the power to do that, the leverage for that. you know, let's face it, a lot of these writers live in LA, and cost of living sucks in LA. You live in a studio apartment for like $2,500 a month. It's really terrible. I mean, California itself is just really crappy when it comes to cost of living. So I could see them utilizing that. But then at the same time, somebody actually did say like a little follow-up that said like, wait a minute. No. They're actually losing a bunch of money, which they are. It's all just a big shit show. It's all just a big shit show, to the point where when it came to all this, where the CEOs are now shaking in their pants. We had this article right here, this Variety article. Hollywood CEOs and industry insiders seek federal mediation to help avert SAG-AFTRA strike. Exclusive! And there's good old Ruffalo. Top Hollywood players are working on a plan to call in federal mediators to help avert a SAG-AFTRA strike with just a day to go before the contract deadline. A group of CEOs and senior executives, including Disney TV chief Dana Walden and film chief Alan Bergman, Warner Brothers Discovery's David Zaslav, and Netflix's Ted Sarandos, gathered by conference call Monday evening to discuss the urgent situation with SAG-AFTRA, poised to go on strike as soon as Thursday. In addition to the executives discussing efforts to bring in a federal mediator, talent agency chieftains, including Ari Emanuel of WME, Brian blah, 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 you know, these people, we don't even know who they are, leaders of recent days, to offer assistance that could stave off a second Hollywood work stoppage this summer. So they're shaking. They're shaking, and they're super expensive loafers. They're shaking. They're like realizing, like, whoa, shit. We already have the writers out, but hey, maybe we can just, you know, put the pressure on them. But now you're gonna have your actors out, and soon the directors are just gonna be on set, like, film the sunset. Just film that, or film that bug. There's a butterfly right over there. Film it. You know, and directors are just not going to have no writers, no actors. I don't know. Hopefully they can divert this, but this is exactly why when it came to Superman Legacy and all the casting, they're trying to get it in as quickly as possible. James Gunn probably has had no sleep trying to cast the movie and try to get it all in before the strike happens so then they can move forward, because he already turned in his script, so he's okay when it comes to the writing portion of it all. But yeah, it's all just crazy. We'll see what happens, though. I'm on the edge of my seat. Of course, that's what happens when the government's the devil. Yeah, a decree. Yeah, I know. California sucks. The cultists are running with... Oh, okay, you guys are talking about that. You guys are talking about wokeness. Sorry, spelled name wrong. Does everyone know that Patrick Stewart as Professor X died 3 times already? Yeah, he's probably gonna. They're gonna make a joke that he's gonna die again. I can guarantee it. I guarantee they're gonna make a joke that he dies again. Secret Invasion episode 4. I tell you what, people get shot in this this series a lot. Like main characters. Like, holy crap, are we keeping up with Secret Invasion? I'll admit, it's gotten a little slower, even though it picked up in this episode. Like, the end of this episode got a little intense. And, you know, there's something that happens in this episode. I won't say what it is, but it has to do with a main character where I went, yeah, we know. I think everybody kind of guessed. Well, I think they kind of hinted at it at the end of the last episode. I didn't do a review last week because, you know, I wasn't doing any live streaming, and I didn't want to do like a regular video, but I mean, I'm still enjoying this, but I'm just kind of going like, all right, now we got Super Skrulls, right? Which I think they almost look like the Super Skrulls, you know, the way that they heal. Isn't it kind of remind you of Iron Man 3? Are they utilizing that same genetic stuff? I don't know. Like that one dude, Guy Pearce's character in Iron Man 3. It almost seems like they're like doing something like that. But what I do like though is all the Nick Fury stuff. It seems like anytime like they go back into the backstory of Nick Fury, I like that kind of stuff when it comes to Secret Invasion. And then Talos and his relationship, obviously, I like that too. But right now, I'm just kind of going like, all right, Or just leading. It almost seems like sometimes it has gotten a little slower. But like I said, when it came to the rest of this episode, I went, okay, it picked up a little bit. Something happens again. It's like something just freaking happens, and you go, okay. And they just kind of, all right, obviously this is going to be the end of it, because it just seems like someone's getting shot. So that's pretty much what's happened. It's like at the end of each episode, you can guarantee. Oh, there you go. Quick review. But how are we liking it? You guys watching Secret Invasion or what? Let me know what's going on out there, huh? How are we feeling about it? Whoop. How are we feeling about all this stuff? Itchy nose. I haven't sneezed yet, though. You haven't watched the newest episode? Yeah, so it's usually why I don't like to give away what happens into it, but you know, it's still a good episode. I think it's better than last week's episode. Yeah. Okay, Anthony, you liking it? And yet no one can actually describe what woke actually means. Woke. Bill Burr did a good job of describing it. If you look that up, just got rid of streaming. Let's go back to VHS. I like where your head's at. Let's go back to analog, huh? Multiverse. Am I out? I done. Okay. You guys are talking about woke stuff. You woke. Why are we talking about woke? I'm so tired of hearing that term, woke. But it's all everywhere, you know. That's just the way it is, though, sadly. You know, you got that YouTube side that says everything is woke. And then you got people that go like, I'm proud to be woke. And, you know, apparently it's just like, okay, you're seeing, you want to take it upon yourself to right the wrongs, but sometimes it's just like, wait a minute, you're not doing it. I don't know. Yeah, it's a dumb saying. Secret Invasion is a slow burn, which I like. I don't mind that it's a slow burn. I don't mind it at all. I really don't mind it. I'm okay with it being a slow burn. Oops. Let me turn off the chat box. And before we get to the questions, I did want to, I forgot that I did put some I did it, okay. Where am I at here? I got too many tabs open. All right. So I did post some polls when it came to Superman Legacy castings. No other Superman Legacy castings happening? Okay. So let's go ahead and look at the polls before we look at the questions. Tell you what, bourbon is so good for, you know, if you're having some throat stuff, man, it helps. Like I said, like I've told you guys a million times, that Deck the Halls stream, almost 3 Christmases ago, back in 2020 when I had Zach on, it was me and Swenson. And I had COVID during that time. Not that. I had COVID and my throat was also very, very, very raw. Yeah, I was just sipping bourbon that whole time. Boy, did that help. Not saying I recommend it. I'm just, you know, saying, you know, if you don't have anything, you don't want to do the cough medicine, do that. All right, so first poll right here on YouTube, 340 votes. Are you liking the recent Superman Legacy castings and character reveals? 51%, heck yeah. 19%, remaining optimistic. 16%, too many characters. 14%, not seeing the movie now. So we got that. And then we got the Twitter poll right here, which is, you know, they've pretty much been lining up recently. 38.8%, heck yeah. 21.1, remaining optimistic. 20.1, too many characters. 19.1, not seeing it now. So that's where everybody's at when it comes to the polls. All right. Now let's get to the questions. Well, I think people are excited about it. Like, again, my whole thing is it's something different. We wanted something different. We wanted something new. But then people are like, no, we wanted a solo Superman film. I'm like, we've already had that. Solo Superman film. We have a solo Superman series. We have a new solo Superman cartoon that just came out. So I mean, I do like. I mean, but I obviously when it comes to those ones, they probably have other. I don't know if Superman Lois really doesn't really go too much into like the DC universe. I'm sure obviously the new my Adventures with Superman is going to extend the DC universe, but I say like why not just start it off then when it comes to Superman Legacy. That's just me. All right, let's get to these questions. RJ, how long before we get this guy cast? Wouldn't that be fun? And should it be John Mulaney or Ben Schwartz? What about Andy Samberg? I always thought he would be good. Yeah? Not too, I don't know. John Mulaney, could be good. John Mulaney's a funny comedian. Voiced Spider Pig? Spider Hog? Whatever. Yeah, Andy Samberg. I think I like Andy Samberg, though. Aaron Bailey, what do you think of the Brainiac casting idea? Ooh, Jason Isaacs. Ooh, and he made some art. My ideal casting for Brainiac is Jason Isaacs, and I think he'd bring a fantastic sinister edge. I like this. God damn it, I want some Brainiac. After talking Brainiac on DC Fanimated with Scott last Sunday, and we were just raving about how much we want to see a live-action Brainiac. God damn. Who knows? I hope there's going to be at least something when it comes to Brainiac and Superman Legacy, but man, there's so much potential because there's been different iterations of the character. Robotic, alien, whatever you want, and just like the different things, collecting the cities, collecting information orbs, so many different things. But yeah, that's pretty sweet right there. I like that. I like that. All right, Eric. Hey, Dave. I'm actually glad to see Gunn's clarification about the new DCU canon. Peacemaker Season 2 and I assume Waller are thus in the DCEU. We know. No confusion. No problem. Gunn's just wrapping up the storyline and moving on. It is a good call. Q, if you have pets, have you wondered what name they have for you? Oh, yeah. That's pretty interesting. Take a big hit out of that one. Rami Malek as Brainiac. That's not a bad choice. I dig that. That'd be pretty sweet. I always thought that Benedict Cumberbatch would have been a good one, but I don't know, that's definitely not happening now. Question, movie guys. Do you think James Gunn will direct or write the team-up movie, or will he just produce it? I mean, that's a good question. He might just do it. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up doing like the first like Justice League, whatever the heck. But we don't even know where the hell it's leading to. I think his number one focus is just to get this whole thing just off the runway here. Question 2, as watching the new cast members and the characters they'll be portraying, is if safe to say that Lobo might be in Superman Legacy main villain? That'd be pretty sweet. That'd be different too. Lobo tease some Brainiac. I mean, Brainiac, when it comes to like the animated world, I mean, he very much turned into more of a Justice League villain, I guess you could say. Alex Lopez, Dave, do you think it's a wise move introducing so many characters in Superman Legacy? I do, actually. Does it feel cluttered to you at all? Not really, because we're talking about a Superman that's established. He's already a couple years in. We're not seeing origin stories. We're not doing any of that. Origins are, again, Zach was ahead of his time when it came to just like, hey, let's just go. We already, we have a Superman. We had his origin story. We have a Batman. We don't really, even though we saw obviously the opening of BVS, but he's already like an established Batman. We already had a Diana who, gave up being Wonder Woman after a bit. We already had an Aquaman, and, and then the other two just kind of like, there's already a Flash as well. So, I mean, I think we're all just kind of tired of origin stories. So if it's kind of like a world that's already established and has these random characters, I don't think it's all about the balance, and hopefully he's got a really good idea with the balance. Jamon Watson, I'm thinking for Gunn is taking the animated universe route for Superman Legacy, because he mentioned on his tweets that will be a balance between, we just talked about that. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, when you watch an animated movie, I mean, The world is already, already established and everything. Another question. Thoughts on the Napoleon trailer? Look great. Metamorpho is strongly associated with Batman, and he and the Outsiders were originally introduced in Brave and the Bold. So I guess, again, that's why I was like, James, don't say you're not establishing, anything for the future projects. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're establishing a world for the future projects. So now, I don't think we're going to get a Bruce Batman anytime soon, though. I didn't mean to click on your... All right, Cooper Knox, you gonna do a double feature for? Yeah, of course, yeah. Maybe not in the same night, but I'll see both. Darkness Under the Wind, Dave. Question 1: with these new casting announcements for Superman Legacy and the DCU coming out, could you see these characters just being cameos, talking to Superman and not having? Yes, exactly. I don't think they're not gonna be all throughout the whole movie. I don't know why people are actually thinking. Again, I don't know why people are actually thinking that. It's all very interesting. People just want to gripe about everything. That's all. They were doing it back then when BVS came out. They're doing it now, but it's different people. Question 2. Do you think the TVA will have a part to play in Deadpool 3? Yes. They already talked about that. Since the Fox scene, yes. Question 3. If SAG does decide to strike, do you think more people will start to truly believe and realize just how corrupt... If you don't know how truly corrupt Hollywood is now, I mean, Jesus Christ... it's a mad world. I just like talking about the creative side of it, really. Mr. Nobody, I always like seeing Nathan Fillion, but he's 52, so how long can he play as Green Lantern, even if he won't betray the main Green Lantern? I would like to see Mark Hamill as Perry White and Adam Sandler as Mr. I can never say his name. I remember Rebecca on the Vodka stream. She says his name pretty well. I can never say his name, but the floaty little weird guy that does like magical things. Mr. Wooter, Dave, this is hilarious. Eddie, he was in X-Men First Class, Twilight with Robert Pattinson. That's so interesting, and I'm really sick and tired of people complaining for James Gunn casting his friends in his movies like Superman Legacy, like Zack Snyder. I know, right? Directors always cast their friends, but when you don't like the director, that's when you don't like that happening. But when it's a director you do like, you're perfectly fine with it. I mean, it's just like, can we keep the hypocrisy at a low? I don't care that he's casting his friends. Go for it. I'd do the same thing if I was a director. Cast my friends as well. Because, it'd be easy to work with them and you'd have fun on the set. Yeah, God forbid. Jacob, I know a big thing about Superman was his age, so do you think every single casting should be in the same age range as Superman, or do you think it depends on the character? Yeah, it depends on the character. They all don't need to be... right there. All right, I guess that was it. Thought there was going to be like a vulgar thing that happened right there, but in that last one, I was like, ooh. This won't be a BVS level movie. I wasn't saying it's a BVS level movie. I wasn't saying that at all. I'm just saying that a DC fan base was complaining that there was too many characters in a movie about Batman and Superman before. Just like people are complaining that there's too many characters in here for a Superman movie. But again, I'm just kind of going, well, I'm looking at it like that's something different. You have a Superman that's going to be interacting with Mr. Terrific. What? Metamorpho. What? Hawk Girl? I mean, what the... Like, what are they, It's so... Yeah. But there you go. I mean, that had to be part of the idea, like when James Gunn was like, hey, I got this idea now for Superman. What if we just do it where he's already in an established world and he interacts with them while balancing, of course, the human being, the normal people world, metahumans and then humans. He's balancing that world. And then the Authority. So crazy. I mean, he's just going for it. He's going for it. And I appreciate that. Is it going to work? It might not. There's no guarantees that it's going to. I mean, I had somebody in my mentions yesterday that was saying, like, you're so confident in this DCU slate. I still almost say DCU. You're so confident in this new slate. I'm like, no, I'm not. When did I say I was confident? There's a lot riding on this shit. He's got his work cut out for him. The only thing that's making me a little confident is, well, first off, saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and that improv. I was like, okay, that was good. So I'm going, all right, cool. Because Guardians 2 didn't really like that much. But Guardians 3 was pretty excellent. And then just to, like I said, just to have a Superman that already is interacting with heroes and stuff that are already there. So that's just what I mean, Halle Berry to play my real life wife. Well, that's cool, Antonio. I'd be lucky to do so. That'd be a good role for her, for sure. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Members only stream after this, of course. So if you want to be part of it, become a member. And yeah, members, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Look forward to it on your stream, the link and everything. Everybody else, well, I won't see you Friday, but look forward to, I'll be posting my full Mission Impossible review tomorrow. I should have did it yesterday, but just didn't have the time. So look forward to that. And yeah, like I said, no vodka stream this Friday because I'll be going out of town. But then, of course, the following Friday we'll be all back with doing that. So. But yeah, plenty of content. There's also no DC Fanimated stream on Sunday because I don't know when exactly I'll get back. So, but I think you guys will be okay. We'll get Ben. Maybe Ben will do a stream. Right, Ben? You can fill in. Just kidding. If his wife lets him. Sorry. All right, guys. All right, members, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Everybody else, follow me on all the sock meds if you want to support the channel. We got the Patreon and, of course, like I said, the members and everything. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later.